What's going on, guys? Welcome to another gameplay video. Today we are jumping into Historic with Seth Manfield's list from the latest Mythic Invitational. He did come in first. Congratulations to Seth. And we're trying out his deck today, minus the sideboard because we usually do best of one. But this is obviously a very fine-tuned list for Sultai Control. Sultai Control widely accepted as one of the best decks right now, and for good reason. There are a lot of reasons that it comes to the top of the list in terms of some of the best decks. If you look at that top 8, it was skewed throughout the whole playfield, but also just in that top 8, it was an amazing, amazing tournament. So I recommend checking out some of the coverage, which is online right now. But this list is really, really good. It features a lot of the same things that you would normally expect, but again, has some tooled out pieces that we're going to talk about as well. So for some of the obvious includes, because we're in Sultai, of course we're running Thoughtseize. Thoughtreize is an amazing card. If you're in black, this is absolutely I would argue, one of the best turn 1 plays you can have in Historic. And so it always feels good to be able to throw this out turn 1, get something out of the hand, and then move forward with the game knowing what your opponent has. In the 2-drop slot, we of course have a few eliminates here. Really, really nice, efficient removal spell. Deals with quite a lot of things right now, especially in Historic. So happy to have those. 4 Growth Spiral, of course, to help ramp us, draw us some cards at instant speed. We get to leave up quite a lot on 2 at instant speed, which is great. Of course, 3 Hydroid Krasis, which serves to be kind of our end game, or at least one of our end game pieces. So this allows us to draw some cards, gain a little bit of life, but also just get a huge flying and trampling threat out there really, really efficiently in a ramp deck. We also have 1 of Essence Scatter to counter some target creature spells. We've got a 1 of Disdainful Stroke to hit some of the larger mass spells. And then 4 Aether Gust. Now, I have found in playtesting on Best of 1, kind of naturally, this is going to either be really hit or miss, but there's enough red and green out there that generally speaking, you're going to find a target for it. There are decks that people are just kind of trying out that don't run either of those colors, in which case this is a wasted slot. So this is one of those that, especially on the ladder for best of 1, you could probably swap out from time to time. We, of course, 4 Uros, absolutely fantastic card, makes for a great end game, but also a nice little ramper and a life gain outlet. We have a 1 of Maelstrom Pulse to kind of deal with permanents, especially things like the goblin that creates little 1/1s and things like that. Things that go wide with a lot of the same card, young Pyromancer decks, things like that. This gives us a way to deal with not only just any non-land permanent, but also anything with the same name. You can really knock out a lot of things with a Maelstrom Pulse at the right time. We have a 1 of Extinction Event and then 2 Languish as sweeper options. Both of these are very, very good. I like the split here as well. We're more of a proactive deck, so you don't want too many of these sweepers, but it's nice to have them, certainly against some of the aggro decks. And then, of course, at the top end, we have Nissa, Who Shakes the World, as our final kind of big finisher. This is a really awesome card. You gain a lot of value off of this long term. And, of course, just get to punch through for some damage. We do run 28 lands. Whoops. I do that every time. We do run 28 lands in this list. And I'm not going to go through every single one, but you can tell from this, we've got a couple of little cycling lands throughout here that give us the opportunity, assuming we don't need any more lands, we can just kind of cycle through them. We also, of course, have Castle Locthwain to draw some cards. So, Seth Manfield, let's test out your deck. I have play tested this a little bit. Really enjoyed it. Overall, I think I played 4 games. I think I won 3. So I'm pretty happy with that. Excited to see how many wins we get throughout this video. The next 2 videos, in fact. Let's see. Should we keep? Yeah, absolutely. We've got a nice turn 2 here. We can leave up either Aether Gust or Eliminate to see what we end up needing. Looks like zombies here, so we are going to be digging for a nice sweeper. This is a deck that we certainly can outpower, but Languish would be amazing here just because it deals with so many things at once. And maybe this isn't zombies necessarily, but looks like an interesting deck. These Aether Gusts here, not going to be useful at all, unfortunately. Sure. I'm gonna pass. We're gonna take a hit here. I'm going to eliminate this because that's much more of a problem card for us. We do kind of need to keep ourselves in the game here. Certainly looking for that. Let's do this. Another eliminate is actually great for us, and we'll pass here. We do need to keep ourselves in the game, so we're going to be doing the best we can to not die. But a Languish is super ideal here. I'm taking out this 2/2 to save us damage and give us the best out possible. That's not necessarily the right card to kill. This Midnight Reaper is much more problematic for us, but it is, you know, it saves us a little bit of damage here and hopefully gives us an extra turn. I'm going to go ahead and just get a swamp. We'll play a Breeding Pool. Next turn we do have Nissa, which is worth noting. We are able to... Ooh, that's pretty rough, though. We are able to start trading some of these things off, but I think it's a little bit too late for us, unfortunately. So let's do this. Let's do this. Do the swamp here. So if we play this, we lose all sense of... We can't... I don't think we can actually win here, so that's okay. We, unfortunately, we just didn't draw. Oh, there's the Languish. Well, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. All right. We'll go ahead and pass. That's, unfortunately, literally one turn too late. We could have, if we had been able to Languish that turn, we would have been in amazing shape. But unfortunately, we just weren't there. Worth noting, we could have saved those eliminates for the Death Baron or something a little bit bigger. My thought process was, let's prolong this game as long as possible, so I'm hitting some of the bigger creatures, and then also not giving them card advantage with that Midnight Reaper, but obviously didn't work out, so that's okay. Very quick game. Let's go ahead and jump into game 2. Also, really excited, guys. JDC Season 3 is starting in less than a week. The kickoff live stream is at 8 p.m. on our Twitch account, which the link is down below, on Monday the 21st. That is exactly a week from yesterday. Very excited to be kicking this thing off. I think it's going to be a really fun time, and certainly hope that you'll join us. What do we take here? All of these are really bad, but Dreadhorde Arcanist I think is the card to take. This Spark Harvest is going to be kind of annoying as well, and it looks like we're going to be against a Kroxa deck for sure, but that is fine. I'm going to do this. We're going to do this. A shock. Don't care as much about the shock. Let's take the Stitcher Supplier. We kind of don't want to fuel their graveyard as much as possible. Like, this really, really helps them get to a Kroxa very quickly. We really can't afford that. So I'm okay taking that over the Spark Harvest here. Gonna get a blue source. We desperately will need one. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we fix our mana this turn. Sure. And at this point, we're in sweeper territory. That's exactly what we know we need, and that's totally fine. And with that being said, I'm actually going to play another Fabled Passage just to deck thin as much as possible here and give us the best opportunity. We also might cycle away this Fetid Pools. Again, we've got so many lands, it doesn't feel terrible to cycle these away and just ensure that we're getting the best opportunity to move forward. Let's go ahead and get a Forest. And let's cycle. But yeah, JDC starting next week. Could not be more thrilled about it. It's going to be a great time. We've got an amazing lineup of players, and I certainly hope that you guys will take the time to join us. I think it's really going to be worth the wait. It's such a fun idea, and we, like I said, with the players that we've got on deck here, I think it's going to be a really great time. Got some really awesome people from our past, which is really cool. But we'll, of course, announce all those people in the kickoff live stream coming up on that Monday. So certainly stay tuned for that. Do we eliminate this turn on anything? Part of me says no, honestly. Eliminate's good, but they've got much higher priority targets. And again, we're kind of in sweeper territory regardless here. Okay, We do know they have the Spark Harvest, but they're only going to be able to take out one thing here. So let's do this. Let's do this. We will go ahead and attack here, and we may be forced into using this Eliminate, but that's actually okay. They can block here and then shock if they'd like. Okay, no. All right, let's end the turn, and we'll see what they want to do. Good thing Spark Harvest is a sorcery. All right. Worth noting, Seth Manfield would have absolutely played this deck better, has played this deck better, and unfortunately we are not doing as well as he is, but that's okay. Yep, we get to mill 3, very good. Yes. Okay. They get to attack in here. They do get to shock this, and that's fine. We can waste the shock by... no, we can't, can we? Alright, that's fine. That is fine. Without Nissa, we can't tap for that, so that makes sense. Let's do this. And I'm going to play this for 3. And very importantly here, this is for 3. So this gives us not only a card draw here, which is great, but it also keeps us out of shock territory and gives us a nice little blocker here. So hopefully we'll manage to get there, but we do have to be a bit careful here. That was interesting. I don't really know why they attacked then did that, but sure. All right. That's very nice. So let's do this. Let's do this. We'll throw that down. All right. So we've officially dealt with their threats, but naturally, of course, they've got 3 cards now in hand that we do have to deal with. That's a bit worrisome. Resolve. Do this. So they can just replay this, which is fine. This is interesting. So this has to resolve. We kind of have to kill it here. If we don't, they just get to keep swinging in and we lose anyway. Okay. Let's do this. Let's gain 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. It's a bit of a tricky spot. We're doing the best we can here. I don't think we've misplayed significantly, but we certainly have a rough match here. Do we decline that? Aether Gust. So the only reason we would decline this is just to have an extra card. It doesn't matter. It's a land. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Attack for 9, and we do have Aether Gust up to deal with this Kroxa, which is very, very helpful. And then hopefully we can just win this coming turn. We will see. Blood Artist. Sure. That isn't significant. I assume they just play Kroxa here, which we can Aether Gust, which then means we have guaranteed win, I believe. So that's pretty good. Aether Gust very, very strong against Kroxa. And there we go. We got the win. Awesome. Okay. So we're 1-1. That feels a little bit better. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into our final game of this video. And then, of course, we will jump into a second video with 3 more games to try and test this out a bit more. Really like the way this deck is toolboxed, though. It's a very strong build for the meta, in my opinion. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, we do have a best of one ladder meta here, so it's a little bit different than what it was tuned for. So we have to keep that in mind, and certainly if you're taking this list as a kind of base template, I would certainly try and swap some things out if you're sticking to the best of one ladder. If you're in matches, I think it's a great start. I would 100% support just keeping this as is, but certainly understand if there's a meta shift that maybe you should try something a bit different. This is an interesting hand. I'm going to keep it and potentially lean on Fabled Passage depending on how things go here. Okay, well, that changes things. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get some stuff out of the hand here. Wow, very nice. Yep, we're going to take the Pyroling. Lot of burn. lot of burn. But that's okay. We're gonna do the best we can to get through it. All right. Let's throw this out there. I am gonna go ahead and Thoughtseize again here. We're taking a hit on our life total, which is not good, but I think it's worth it. Let's take that. Keeping them off of just creatures is like really crucial here. Given that we don't have a very removal heavy hand, we know we're taking a lot of damage here, and that's just kind of part of this. But hopefully we can still manage to secure a win. But look at how quickly. I mean, turn 3, and we are already this far in. That certainly feels bad, but that's the way it goes. So we can't actually Thoughtseize again. Do we think it's worth it? No, I think not here. They can actually respond in just Wizard's Lightning, so I don't think it's worth it to. We're just going to end the turn. And we'll see what they do. We desperately need like a removal spell of any kind. Would be super great. Sure. If you hear a dog like growling in her sleep, it's really cute, and it's to my left, and I love it. Okay, let's do this. Hopefully we get something a little useful here. Shock. Oh, they just win. Well, that was super quick. Well done, Mono Red. Arguably, we could have Aether Gusted the some stuff there, like left that up, which would have helped, but certainly wouldn't have won us the game. So either way, I don't think we were in great position, but so far, not doing great. 1 and 2 is our record. Like I said, we will jump into a second video, so we'll get 3 more games with this one. I do really, obviously, Sultai control, very strong deck. Worth it to think about tooling it a bit differently if you're going to just play best of one. But I thought I would take it 1 for 1 and just see how it does with Seth Manfield behind the ring. So well done on his end for crafting such a really powerful and really potent deck. Not so good on my end for misplays and things like that, but we're going to do the best we can to hopefully get a couple more wins in that second video, so do stay tuned for that. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please stay tuned again for some JDC information. I'll probably put up a video about that tomorrow in place of the Breaking the Bot episode, so I do encourage you to watch for that, and certainly please mark that off on your calendar as Monday the 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is going to be our kickoff live stream, and I couldn't be more excited. I think it's going to be a great time. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in part 2 of this Sultai control deck from Seth Manfield.